Hey guys, Ryan here. So, today I'll be showcasing my entire One Piece collection for the year of 2024. So, I have a couple things here along with this One Piece mat, which is awesome. It's from Baroque Works, the Alabasta arc, and this mat that is. And yeah, I have this iPad here, this iPad One Piece case, and then a phone case of Monkey D. Luffy with this straw hat. That's epic. And yeah, these are both for Apple products that I got off Amazon. But this is the same from front to back. And this just has the artwork on the back of it that says One Piece right there. Very cool. Alright, and then I started collecting One Piece cards. So here's one of Monkey D. Luffy from Egghead. And we have Boa Hancock. She's a Kuja pirate, one of the 7 warlords of the sea. And yeah, I have some awesome ones. We have Porsche, Portgas D'Ace, a couple of those, and just all kinds. I got some booster boxes, 2 booster boxes that is, and I've got some great cards so far for the One Piece trading card game. So there's that. Alright, next up I'm going to show some games. Alright, so we have J-Stars with Luffy right there in the front. And this is kind of like just a fighting game, but with a bunch of anime shonen protagonists fighting off against each other. And this is a PS Vita Japanese game that I have. Then I have One Piece Pirate Warriors 3 with Sabo, Luffy, and Doflamingo on the front. Got these all off eBay actually. And yeah, we have Burning Blood with the same characters again, but a different game. And then we have my favorite PS Vita One Piece game, which is One Piece Unlimited World Red. You can also get this on the console as well for a good price. And then lastly we have the newest game, One Piece Odyssey for PS5. So yeah, it's great to have these on the Vita. Love the Vita. Got the Vita when it originally came out. Like I spent all my money on it. Had no money for games, so I got this demo of Uncharted Golden Abyss and played that a bunch. It's great to have these Vita games for it. And yeah, this game for PS5, which has great graphics, nice cutscenes, and it's a fun game. So yeah, that would be awesome if we got like the level to the new Dragon Ball Sparking Zero game for a One Piece game. Hoping we get that in the future. Alright, so next up I am going to talk about some of these art books that I have. So I have One Piece Color Walk 2, and I got this signed by the voice actress who plays the English dub of Luffy, Colleen. And when I met her at my local convention, which is FanX for 2024 in Utah, she thought that was really funny what Luffy's doing here, eating a fish while they're all brushing their teeth, and Nami's just like, what are you doing, Luffy? So that's funny. And yeah, I told her I did stop motion, and she said that she had a family member who also does stop motion with One Piece. So that's cool. Cool fact. And I went to the panel. I have a YouTube short where all the voice actors say their favorite line in their character's voice. And then they say why it's their favorite line that their character has. So yeah. But they did a couple English versions for the color walks. And then they stopped doing that and they actually switched to the compendiums. But I have a couple more color walks. I have color walk 4, Eagle, They're all titled with one word, and they are filled with tons of great art, of course, because it's One Piece, so makes sense. One Piece is a master class of a series. But yeah, I can show a few pages here. Really cool. This is like if they were like in a club with Sanji being the DJ. But this is the latest one. This is Dragon. And yeah, it's something special for sure. One Piece is something special. And anime has gotten way more popular, way more mainstream, and it's great to see. Alright, and then we have the first compendium, which is East Blue to Skypiea, right? And they're hardcover, really nice, comes with tons of pages, right? So that's really cool. One Piece has a great art style that changes over time, which is really interesting. So there's that. And here is the next one. Water 7 to Paramount War. Very cool. Luffy's such a fun character. And it's really cool seeing him like power up, learn new powers, and fight villains, adventure, get a pirate crew. And yeah. So here is the last one that we have, which is New World to Wano. And yeah, this is just fantastic. I love the winter theme for this one, at least on the outside point of view. And these have posters that are like gigantic, that can like go across several pages. So that's really cool. And yeah, those are the color walks and the compendiums. Alright, so next I'm going to showcase some figures I have from One Piece. This is the newest one that I've gotten of Monkey D. Luffy. This figure is fantastic. This is the Romance Dawn pre-time skip Luffy. Super well articulated, has tons of great faces that come with each new figure in the line, and it's just fantastic. And then we have post-time skip Luffy from Wano specifically. So there's that. Very cool. So here we have the Cloud Monkey D. Luffy Gear 5. Which looks really cool. It's kind of like Super Saiyan, but its own thing. Alright, next up we have is Kaido. And this is a Funko Pop that I got from GameStop. And it's pretty sizable too, as you can see. But yeah, this is way cheaper than like some of the other ones they have on Amazon, so had to get it specifically for a video. But yeah, that'll be coming later this year.
Transforming my weakness into an ally will get me higher than anyone could think to fly. Keep moving on and away from the past. What's left behind will lose its shine, cause nothing ever lasts. At times you may be lost on which way to go. My heart will drift along, searching on within the unknown. I may not find you with kindness alone. I'll trust the strength inside as my guide to lead me straight back home. Cause if I finally
Alright, and then I have the manga box sets for One Piece. So I'm going to show that now. Alright, these box sets are beautiful. They are all different themed with, you know, different pictures, different drawings, different illustrations and stuff. So this is the first. Such a great box set. These box sets are all fantastic. So there's the back. I love this. They're all running around. And Luffy's stride's going into the air, so they're trying to catch it for him because it means a lot to him, of course. And yeah, there's the side with the Going Merry. And then Luffy right there. Alright, next up we have is box set 2. So the first box set has volumes 1 to 23, and it's Baroque Works. It's East Blue to Baroque Works. And yeah, so this is Skypiea to Water 7. My favorite part of One Piece so far. But One Piece is great all around. But yeah, it's a lot of fun seeing all the characters on top. This is a beautiful box set. And yeah, there's the back with my favorite illustration from One Piece ever. I made an illustration based off the illustration because I loved it so much. And yeah, here's the side with his arm coming around. And then we have this side here with Luffy. I love all the straw hats for different reasons. So, yep. Alright, and then next we got is the third box set. Volumes 47 to 70, Thriller Bark to New World. We have Frankie, part of the box set now, because he joined the crew. We have Luffy on this side, they're looking cool with the red and gold. We have the back with the rainbow, sliding down a rainbow, that's fun. And then we have this with the rest of the crew at this point in time. Alright, and then the last box set, and we'll get another one, but in the future, because there's not many volumes of One Piece. But it's great though. I know it can seem daunting to jump into 1,000 plus, 100 plus, like 1,000 plus episodes, 100 plus volumes, right? But it's great though because if you're a fan of it, there's so much of it to enjoy. It just goes and goes. So that's my, yeah, my opinion on that and stuff. But anyways, we have the fourth box set, Dressrosa de Reverie, volume 71 to 90. I love this. And there's the side with Luffy, we're looking cool. The back with Big Mom, Luffy, and Sanji with the flame leg. And then we have Luffy there again. And I love the art style for One Piece. It's just so good, and it's just a really fun series, and I love it. There will be more One Piece card videos coming soon to my channel, so make sure to be on the lookout for that. Alright, and then lastly I want to talk about is all the anime that I have for One Piece. Alright, so they made, first off, One Piece episode of East Blue with faster pacing, no filler, amazing up-to-date animation. I love watching these, so good. It's great, like learning all the characters, their dreams and ambitions and goals and stuff. And yeah, it's a ton of fun watching these. So had to have them in the collection. And we got episode of Skypiea with Eneru and the Shandian and Skypiean background story. So yeah, these are both available in English and Japanese. They have both versions on the Blu-ray. Alright, and then we got One Piece Film Z. And man, One Piece movies are awesome. One Piece Strong World. So, I think my favorite one is definitely One Piece Film Red with Uta, Shanks, that whole backstory and new stories added to the backstories, which is great. One thing they should have added more was more music with Brooke, because he's a musician, right? That would have made a lot of sense. But I saw this in the theater. So good. And yeah. Alright, then we have One Piece Stampede, the movie that came out previously to Film Red, which is amazing in itself. And then I have One Piece episode of Sabo, Ace, Sabo, and Luffy, their story. And then One Piece film Gold, which is kind of like Las Vegas and like all that with money and stuff, but like an island that you go to. So yeah, very cool stuff. That's all the anime that I have. There is box sets for this show for One Piece, where you get hundreds of episodes and you can get them as sets. But those are kind of hard to come by, so I don't have them. But they are going to make a new show for One Piece called The One Piece, if you didn't know. And they're going to start from scratch, make it amazing, closer to the manga than ever, but also, you know, kind of have its own story and new ideas and different ways that it'll be animated and stuff. And it'll be different than the other anime, the first original anime. But that's awesome to think about, and I can't wait to watch it when it comes out. Alright, make sure to leave a like if you love One Piece, subscribe if you're new. And yeah, I had a lot of fun talking about my One Piece collection. It is my favorite series ever. I haven't always been into One Piece. I got into One Piece in the year of 2017, and I've been a big fan ever since, if you couldn't tell. So yeah. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. Let me know what you have in your One Piece collection. When did you get into One Piece? What do you think of it? What are your opinions on it? I think it's great. I've dressed as Luffy for a few conventions the past few years, and I've seen a lot of other people cosplay for One Piece, and One Piece is like skyrocketed in popularity, which is so awesome to see. And especially, you know, like with the new Netflix show, the live action version, which is so awesome. And I can't wait for season 2 for that. They have like a lot of good casting. It's gonna be great. I can't wait for it. And yeah, One Piece is awesome. I could talk about it all day. And but anyways, I'll pause it there. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Until next time, peace out. See you in the next video.